Welcome to A Gentleman's Take, a video podcast that offers a more refined and sophisticated view on everything in this journey we call life.
All from the perspective of a gentleman.
I'm your host, J.D. Denbow, and this is my economical co-host,
Mac.
What's up?
What's up, man?
I'm having a pretty good day. How about you?
I am as well.
It's Friday, so...
Thank goodness.
Yeah. Here's a little rundown of what you can expect from the show today. We tackle a variety of subjects and activities and offer our take on them. Or as they say in the common tongue, sitting around and shooting the shit. Is that about right?
Sounds about right to me.
Okay, we're pretty good at that. So, one topic everyone loves to cover is pop culture. And pop culture does cover a wide variety of subject matters such as music, movies, sports, television, video games, comic books, food, and even social media. So I guess the question is, Mac, you got anything on sports for us today?
What sports do you like to watch on, like, live? So if you go to a sporting event, what kind of sports are you watching?
In person?
Because I know what you watch on TV, but what do you watch in person?
Pro wrestling. I watch baseball. I love going to baseball games live. Mm-hmm. I've probably done more baseball than anything. I actually enjoy football live, even though I don't prefer to watch it at home. Baseball, football, ice hockey, great stuff. Boxing, whenever I can get it in. It's just I don't think our boxing scene's as big as it used to be here. But yeah, those I enjoy quite a bit. Even basketball was kind of fun, but I'm just so involved with all the other ones. I don't really give basketball the attention it deserves. But you take me to a Harlem Globetrotters game, I'm watching.
So football is the one that stands out as you much prefer to watch it live over watching it on TV?
100%.
I think baseball is that for me. Like when I grew up, baseball was the sport that, out of all sports, I was probably best at baseball. Mm-hmm. But I would much prefer watch it live than I would watch it on TV. I couldn't watch it on TV very much.
It's hard for somebody because 9 innings is long. You know, you're waiting for the pitcher. People just don't have the attention span, or they just don't prefer it. It's football's more action, and I guess it just depends on who you are as a person. Because I feel that way about football. I'm just sitting there. I could watch it, but I'm just ready to move on. Like, it just does not keep me engaged. If anything, I would say college football would keep me more engaged than pro football. And I've said, people that know me know that football, I talk trash on it just because, again, it's not football itself. It's just the over love of football and, oh, dude. I'm like, I can't all dude with you. But yet I'm going to be the first to watch all kinds of football movies. I love playing football games on the video games. And yeah. Even basic old football trivia, I kind of have some knowledge on because I used to really like it when I was a kid, but I was always a baseball guy. And and just when baseball had gone on its strike, and I was upset about that, and I got out of it. I was like, well, hey, move on to football. I think I tried, and then some friends, as we covered before, got me into pro wrestling, which is not a sport. But it was much more entertaining to me than football. So football almost had its chance with me, and then I never dove in. So, but I enjoy everything about the sport of football except for watching football itself on television.
I think that a lot of sports are just better to be in person when you watch them. Like the enjoyment, like especially, I don't know if there's a lot of people that watch this podcast that like hockey, but being at a hockey game, I mean, there's nothing like it. Being at a hockey game is pretty awesome.
Especially get those window seats.
But I mean, they do make some decent movies on sports. So like when I think about sports movies, probably Any Given Sunday is definitely one of my favorite football movies.
That's an Oliver Stone film, I believe.
I really like Any Given Sunday. That's probably my best football. What is it called? Longest Yard. They had an old one, then they had the new one.
Yes.
I mean, that's a pretty good one. The Replacements.
I love The Replacements.
Another pretty good movie. When you're just talking about football, those are all good movies.
Yes. Or even movies that maybe it's not 100% football focused, but it's in the background, like Jerry Maguire.
Yeah.
Fantastic film. I consider that a football movie as much as it is a romance movie with Tom Cruise. But it just I don't know. Football could be a good backdrop for a lot of stuff too.
You know, the funny thing is we've talked about sports a few different times, and the sport that we've never mentioned is soccer, even though that's like the world's most popular sport.
The footy ball for around the world, yeah.
Football Americano is not the one that generally most people think of.
Yeah, see, there's soccer worldwide, that football, and then there's rugby, another similar style.
Have you ever watched rugby or
Yes.
participated in rugby?
Not participated, no. Ow.
Do you think it's fun?
It's entertaining. Like my brother really liked rugby. He does like rugby, and he got me to watch some or recommended some, and it was entertaining, and I just kind of got out of it. But yeah, it's fun.
I don't know the terminology. Like I know scrum and I know try and things like that, but I don't know. I've never played it, so it's difficult to understand the rules exactly of what's going on.
Yeah. And like I said, soccer. I do like soccer a lot. It's actually quite entertaining to see, especially in those countries that favor soccer more, like Brazil or whatnot, or Mexico, where people fall down. You see grown men cry, but they're faking it. Like no one's near them, and they're just like, "Aye!" And they're on the floor, just going, "Ah."
I think one of the reasons for its popularity is just so it's so economical. Like all you need is something round that you can kick, semi-round.
I mean, it has a broad history. I mean, like a Pele for crying out loud. But no. And not to mention certain countries, they take it so serious. I mean, England does, especially when it comes to Manchester. But no, you talk about Brazil. I read a story, and this is sorry to our viewers, but I read a story where the game was so intense, I guess fans charged the field and killed a referee on the field because it's like, I don't know if it was. Sometimes you never know. Did they win and they charge the field and kill the ref, or did they lose and charge the field and kill the ref? It's hard to tell, but it's such a beloved sport that people have given themselves over to it, and they're gonna kill you. You know, that's crazy.
In South American countries, they take it very seriously.
Yes.
Like I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong, but Matt Damon, I'm pretty sure has a story about going down, and I believe his wife is from South America, and he went down to South America. And his father-in-law, he asked him if they could go watch a football game. And so he said, yeah, but no women, no children. And they went, and like everybody was split. And like you had all the people on one side, all the other people on the other side.
Yeah.
And nobody was sitting in the best seats. And they said that was because if you sat in the middle seats, that's where you could be hit by bottles.
Oh, wow.
But he told that story. I was like, wow. Okay, so soccer is all kind of different in South America than it is here. So like we have Philadelphia Eagle fans that throw snowballs at Santa Claus, but we don't have people cracking each other over the head with, en masse cracking each other over the head with bottles.
Philadelphia has a history of just destroying their city, win or lose. It's kind of crazy. Baseball.
That's why they deserve this last Super Bowl loss.
And the World Series loss they had. However, I will say congratulations for getting to the World Series. That was a Cinderella story in all itself.
Second place is the first loser, Philadelphia.
If you're not first, you're last.
I'm not a big Philadelphia fan, but that comes from the fact that I'm pretty much everything sports related from Texas. So like Dallas Cowboys, Texas Rangers, Dallas Mavericks.
Philadelphia treats it like it's real. So are you a Rocky fan? They have a Rocky boxing statue.
I'm not really a Rocky fan. But it is kind of hilarious to me that they built a statue.
We're segging right into the hot take.
A fake person. I mean,
I'm kidding.
Rocky's all right,
I'm kidding.
But I definitely wouldn't have constructed a statue over a fake person.
So soccer, football, baseball, yeah, all those are fun live, and I would recommend going. But if you're going to watch on TV, it's going to be whatever it is you prefer. But me, this guy right here, does baseball at home and enjoy it. And boxing on occasion.
Have you ever been to a UFC fight live?
No, I've not seen a UFC fight. I have been to an MMA exhibition where I saw some pretty crazy stuff. A friend of mine was, what's that called when you have somebody work in the corner and give them the water and the towels and everything? Not the coach, but would it be...
Trainer?
He was basically a trainer for this guy, yeah. And so he invited us to go see these fights, and he was the trainer. And he always warned me about this one person's wicked roundhouse kick. He just whipped that sucker out like lightning fast. I was like, it'd be cool if I saw it. Man, this dude gets out there, first, bam, knocks him out. dude just drops. I was like, whoa! I got to see it. I was so happy, and that made we were in the nosebleeds on that one, so it was the best he could do for us, getting us in there for free. And I was so stinking loud, and I was like, man, that poor man's face.
A lot of people think it's wild since Joe Rogan did Fear Factor, and he's kind of like an actor for having done stuff like that.
Yeah.
But some of his kicks, like the power behind them, like that dude does not play around. Like he's got some legitimate MMA in his body.
Before I knew he was involved with MMA, because he was in some sitcoms in the '90s, and of course the hosting those shows. I remember thinking, why is he commentating on UFC right now? What this guy?
Right.
And then that's when I learned the history, and I went, I relent.
Yeah. People just think that
don't kill me.
He talks about it or whatever, but he's actually a legitimate kickboxer.
He also is not a pro wrestling fan, and he does not consider it a sport. Like not going into pro wrestling, but he is adamant. Like it comes up, trash, and it's
he's
funny.
me to the 10th power.
Pretty much in that regard, yes, and some other ways too. But yeah, his show is pretty fun. But yeah. So that's about the extent of my live experiences outside of a few things, and I definitely recommend that over.
My wife is deathly afraid of like people in masks. So like mascots. The guy for the Oilers, he wears the like Jason Voorhees like style like hockey mask.
Yeah.
We were sitting down by the glass, and he like walked up and just goes poof on the glass, and she bolted. She hated it. So
I take it she's not a fan of like the Scream movies.
She spent the rest of the game she was in the bathroom just like hiding. So sorry, babe.
Yeah, everyone's got that one thing that just gets them. That's funny. But yeah, it's crazy how that works sometimes. All right, well, in that case, see sports live if you can. Always support your local venues, and if you have to watch TV, I'm going to recommend baseball. Have fun, because the season starts here real soon. Yeah, I guess it's time to take that ride to Hypothetical Town.
The crazy take.
Crazy take. I'm ready.
Okay, so you have a habit starting today, Mr. JD Denbow, and you can't get rid of it. There's no way to shake it. But you either A, perpetually pick your nose and eat it, or you don't wash your hands. So like after bathroom trips or whatever, you never wash your hands. Here's the catch. Everybody around you knows that you have that habit. So you have to live your life with the habit, and everybody knows that you have it. You have it, the habit.
Of eating my boogers after picking them
and so like the booger picking would have to be whatever your median bathroom trips are per day. It's like if you go every 3 hours, 8 times a day, you pick your nose and eat it, and everybody knows it. Or you never wash your hands, and so you try a fist bump or touch other people's hands, and they know exactly what it is.
Man, so if I'm known as the unclean guy on either front, man, eating boogers is disgusting.
Yeah, that's a pretty bad one.
And I know somebody, I think I work with somebody who doesn't wash their hands every time. And that reputation this person has.
Yeah, it's got to be a miserable one.
That sucks, dude. Okay, so I'm just going to flat out say I'm not eating my bugs. I'm not going to.
So you're going to have post-wipe handshakes.
Oh, wait, hold on. Will I be eating them if people know I do it? Am I at least polite to do it not in front of people?
No, you do it.
Man, I don't think people want to see that.
You do it.
Because they're like, man, so if I'm touching their paperwork, handing them their paperwork, I either have unwashed hands or maybe they're thinking, oh, God, we hope we didn't get a booger on that.
Like, you work with people. So your bathroom at work is where people see you come out of, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you walk out of the bathroom and everybody knows you did not wash your hands, and they're going to interact with you.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go with that option. I'm the non-hand washer.
Oh, man. That's not good.
I'm aware of it. They're aware of it. It is what it is. And I will try to avoid physical contact. but sometimes you might forget. And just, I mean, how would you feel knowing
That
you got a little something on your...
that's not good. I don't think that I could go that direction. I think it's heinous to like eat your own boogers. I don't know if there's anything. I mean, it's not sanitary, but I don't think it's like unhealthy to eat your own boogers. Is it?
I mean, you're not eating
Or
it for
like that.
nutrition. It's just a nervous habit.
Like
So
I'm not a doctor, so I can't say for sure.
I don't think you're going to die.
But you can give yourself like pink eye from like fecal matter all over your fingers, and you rub your eye, and now all of a sudden you've got double pink eye. You could give everybody else around you pink eye from handling your own fecal matter and now giving that to them. So I think like the health risk involved with the like non-wash, it's a problem for me if somebody goes to the restroom and they don't wash their hands. Like I can't think of many things that turn me off quicker than somebody who doesn't wash their hands coming near me and coming like in contact with me. It freaks me out. I don't like it. I don't want them around me.
I can't be the booger eater, man.
But you're keeping that to yourself. Like you're self-harming at that point. Like
the booger?
yeah.
But well, you said everybody knows about it though.
Yeah, everybody knows, but at least you're doing it to yourself. You're not doing it to me. Like it's different. It's different. You're disgusting to yourself. You're eating your own boogers. That's disgusting.
Shame.
But it doesn't impact my day-to-day routine at all. I'm not handling your fecal matter paperwork.
For whatever reason, I just don't wash my hands. And whether I believe in, that's for whatever reason is, I don't believe in the chemicals they use to make the soap that's provided for me at work, or the sanitizer that's provided and all that good stuff. And I'm just like, no, I don't want that in my body. I don't want it to seep through my pores.
Do you have a secret to share? What's going on here?
I'm going down the hypothetical journey. Here's probably why. And maybe that's just what it is. Maybe I wash my hands when I go home. I don't know. You don't know. And that's the point. You don't know. But here's why I don't do it. I don't want to poison myself with modern day chemicals. And I know you know that because you can hear everything going on in that bathroom. And then you come out and just don't touch me. And I won't touch you.
But do you touch stuff that
Yep.
you interact with other people with?
Yep.
Okay, so what if 3 people come back the next day and they've all got pink eye?
Man, you should.
And they know it's from your fecal matter.
You should probably wash your hands and sanitize them for me, because of me, because I'm not going to do it. You probably should do it. And if you don't, that's also on you. Why didn't you do it? Why didn't you do it?
If you hand somebody something and it's already got it on it, what's it going to do for me to go in the bathroom now? It's too late. You already transferred it to me. So that's kind of a selfish take.
It is a selfish take.
Like, you'd rather not eat your own boogers and potentially get your fecal matter in my eye.
Uh-huh.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, I'm being real with you here. I can't do the booger.
Episode 8, and I finally found out who you are.
I'm okay with this. You had to find out sometime. Boogers trigger my gag reflex or anything mucus related.
Well, you could choke on them. That's fine. I didn't say you couldn't choke on them. Like, 8 times a day.
Okay, so what would you do, people? What would you rather eat your boogers or be known as the person that didn't wash their hands after the bathroom?
I mean, let's be honest. Being part of the crazy take, both options are always going to be equally terrible.
Sure.
You know? So neither one is a good option. You just have to pick the lesser of the two evils.
And I'm going the selfish route.
Point blank period. The choice that you're making is super selfish.
I don't disagree.
And you're impacting all of us because you don't want to eat a booger. You don't want to go back to your 4-year-old days and shove some boogers back in your mouth.
Nope. I did that till I was 27.
I stopped that last year. I'm not going back.
Yeah. A lot of therapy sessions. No. I just, if I know and you people know, keep your distance. What about you? You eating your boogers?
I'd have to.
So you be the booger guy?
I'd have to be.
Oh,
because man. I'm not gonna be the fecal matter spreader.
Here's
I'm
where
not gonna look everybody in the eye and be like, yeah, sorry about your pink eye, guys. I refuse to clean the poop off my fingers.
Not to lose viewers, but let's just say any and all boogers and all types.
Oh God.
That's what I'm getting at. We don't have to go into detail on it. No detail. I'm just saying, like, you're telling me. That's what I'm thinking ahead on. Any and all boogers.
I gotta remove the clot and then eat it. Oh man, this could be a bad day.
So I'm just saying, just think about that. That's what I was thinking of.
It could be worse for both of us. Why do we have to take it worse?
That's what we do.
That's true.
That's what we do.
That's true.
Mentioning the booger thing and upping that booger thing would be also similar to the kidney failure level of urine.
Yeah, kidney failure.
I know for sure we lost a viewer on that one.
Oh.
Oh, man. Oh, shoot. All right. So that being said, I am JD, and I am your local unclean hand man. This is Mac, the booger eater.
All right. I mean, for you fine folks out there, yeah, I'll take the lesser of the two evils.
And stay away from me, for you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and move on then. What are you thinking today?
Gentleman's challenge?
Yeah.
Are you thirsty?
I'm a thirsty individual for hydration. I'm thirsty for hydration.
Suspect, to say the least. Thirsty guy.
I'm thirsty.
I'm a thirsty.
Today's gentleman challenge. This is it. It's just that simple. What we're going to do is the gentleman's water chug. And what that's going to be is 2 liters of water. First to finish wins. For the second person to finish will become the lesser man. And we'll move on to the comeuppance. Is that about right?
Sounds about right, Sir Dookie Fingers.
Well, as long as you're not touching, hey, want me to open that for you? I can open that for you.
No, thank you.
Okay. Here we go. We're going to move into the water chug. I think I need to remove my hat for this one.
How amazing would it be if I tilted both these back and just chucked them both?
Legend. All right, the gentleman's water chug. Here we go. On the count of 1, 2, 3. Oh, God.
That's what I needed to do the whole time. I have like this air bubble.
I was fighting that air bubble.
Yeah, I might puke.
I was choking.
How'd that 2 liters feel?
Terrible. I was sick about a week ago, so I had a congestion. I was fighting congestion while doing that. And so I started choking quite a bit. Whether or not I keep that in the shot, we'll see.
I'm pretty sure I beat you through the first liter.
Yeah.
But I had this air pocket. In between, I gained like an air pocket. And then I couldn't get rid of it. And it was like right here.
Yeah.
And I would have pushed through it, except for the fact that I would have vomited.
You know, we've done this before at work. You know, we kind of just, sometimes we'll do silly things to see who can do what.
Yeah.
And it was close then. And I got to tell you, I'm kind of ashamed of even though I won, I'm ashamed of my performance because I know in the past I've done better. But that congestion, and then I think a little bit got in my lungs. And I'm like, oh, this is over for me. So between that or your gas bubble,
I just think
I know we're better than that. But that was
go grab 4 more liters. Let's try that again.
Yeah, okay, 4 more liters. So that was 2 liters. That was 66 ounces or 67 ounces. That was the gentleman's challenge for today. a punishment in itself, but a better man had to be established as well as a lesser man. So, that being said, now that I'm fully hydrated and yourself, you ready to move on to the comeuppance?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. Today's comeuppance is quite a special one. We're going to go ahead and leave our mark for today's loss on the lesser man, and just let him know, hey, we accept you for you, and you just have to wear it for a little while. We went through a transformation stage and had to decide what best fit Mac, and I think the results are pretty good. So, with the title of the Gentleman's Challenge is the reveal of the better man, and this comeuppance, let's have the reveal of the lesser man. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you, Post Maclone. I'm sorry to be laughing. I was, I saw them being put on. It's just actually seeing it now in the light.
Congratulations on your debut.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You look great, dude.
I appreciate it. I can't really see it very well yet, but I'm sure that I'll see pictures and spend a little bit of time looking at it tonight.
Yeah. So now that we have the face tattoos applied, it'll be with you for the rest of the episode. And we'll just go in and do our thing. But the one catch is, on this comeuppance, I need a photo of you in a public place with people.
That's going to be fun.
Yeah, you have until the next episode to get it done. You can send it to me, and I will add it to the episode. Yeah, just let the people see who you are. If they'll let you approach them, because right now you seem unapproachable. You seem like you've lived a hardened life. Man, it's. I like this one that says "Don't worry," though. You're giving me encouragement. Don't worry.
Where's the bite me one?
Right there on the sword.
Yeah.
Right there in your jawline where you be biting things. Yeah, dude, you're awesome.
The Playboy neck is right here, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It looks good, player. What a comeuppance. You look great.
My wife will love it.
Exactly. She might encourage face tattoos moving forward. Hope we didn't start a trend here for you. But all right, Post Maclone, you look great. Thanks for participating on the Gentleman's Challenge, and let's move on to the hot take. And as the better man for the episode, I would like you to go first with your hot take.
All right, my hot take is that anybody that spends mortgage type money on a possession like a cell phone has lost their mind. If you go to purchase a phone and you can't just buy it, then you shouldn't get it because you reasonably can't afford it. Like increasing your budget to afford things like that doesn't make a lot of sense. Like my phones, my wife knows I'm notoriously frugal. Mm-hmm. So I go in, like 3-4 years goes by. The most recent phone, the only reason I had to get a new one was because after having mine for a few years, I swam in a pool with it for like 45 minutes before I realized it was on me.
The rice didn't help?
No, it was toasted by that point. So I had to go get a new phone. Yeah. And they're like, well, you've been eligible for like an upgrade for a while. I was like,
welcome back, man.
What one do I get for free? That's all I want. Just give me whatever you got for free that's
good promotion.
Decent phone, and I'll take it. I don't really care about the newest one.
Now, when it comes to the people that upgrade annually, or even biannually, which is what I used to do every 2 years per contract, but but for those people that do upgrade on a regular basis, like I used to myself, everything's kind of stacked against them because the whole system, you want the new, you want the better, and it's rigged against you, and they go for it. Now, That's why this is the first time I've gone 5 years, because this phone has lasted me and done a good job. I'm sure I'll upgrade again, but I won't ever go back to the 2 year thing. Me personally, some people do it. The part I thought you were getting at was people do it, especially when it's outside of their budget, and they shouldn't do it. Now, me personally, I work with a budget and I do a pretty good job of it, I think. And but yeah, I still cringe when I have to spend that money, especially if it's a monthly thing, but it's only for a year. And then I pay it off quick, and then boom, and I can just sit on this for however long I need to.
I just think it's like the latest version of Keeping Up with the Joneses. Like nobody, I haven't heard anybody say like, I don't value you as a person because your phone is 8 years outdated. Like that's never once happened to me where somebody judged me based on my phone choice. Like actually, I'm pretty sure on a previous episode I said I'm a Samsung guy. I thought I had a Samsung. I've had it for years, and I didn't realize it's a Motorola.
Do you know I had to endure years of abuse where I work for being an iPhone person? I just preferred iPhone because I had an iPod first, and I just was already integrated. Yeah, I was judged harshly for years. Apple versus Android was a huge debate where I worked at, and they judged you. Now, we poke fun today at it, like I'll say something like, hey, Apple did this, and they can upgrade and do that now. And like, a couple individuals will be like, we could do that 5 years ago, bro.
I just think it's silly. I also think it's silly when somebody buys like a vehicle or something that's out of their price range. And so in the Marine Corps, it was really bad. So a brand new enlisted Marine, as soon as they get out of boot camp, they'd go. Back when I got out of boot camp, it was probably like the Cadillac Escalade was the one that everybody went to. So they'd get like an Escalade, and they'd come to the base, pull it up to the barracks, and they'd try to look, super cool in it. And it's like, dude, we all know how much money you make. Like, it's not impressive to any of us. Like, we know the exact dollar figure that you make. So like when you know the ballpark that the person makes, and you know that that's out of the price range, all that tells you about them is that they make bad choices in life.
That's true, but boy, it looks good on Facebook.
Yeah. Oh man, that's another topic I don't want to get into. The whole like the
social media life.
How people want to live a certain life on social media, and they like use. I'm not gonna say everybody's like that, but using their children and using their significant other as like bargaining chips for clout. is just embarrassing to me.
I do that. No, hey, so quick question. When we, Gentleman's Take starts making that prominent YouTube money, mucho dinero,
yeah.
What are you going to buy?
Face tattoos.
Nice.
No.
Nice.
If I became a millionaire today, like, and I'm talking...
you earned it from this show.
Multi-millionaire. If I was a multi-millionaire today, you wouldn't know it. I'd look pretty much the same.
Really? You're not going to roll up in a... You're not going to have someone drive you around in a limo?
No.
Come on, dude.
No, see, I'm trying to create generational wealth. I'm trying to create wealth that will be there forever. Like, I would have plenty of investments, but my life would look the same because...
No gold watch, though?
No. I'm not into really any, like, material objects. The biggest expenditure... Like, my wife had to talk me into buying a new drum set. Like, she was a big piece of that.
Well, there you go. That's good. What about upgrading your instruments?
I've got what I need.
What about your clothing? Would you switch over to Versace?
No, I can't even spell Versace. F-O-Sachi.
F-O-Sachi. Man hit the lotto, can't spell. Ain't that a bitch?
No, I definitely wouldn't wear designer garb. Not for me.
I'd probably buy some newer suits. Get some suits going because I like suits.
You could pay for like new clothing items, or get current, like pay off your car, or pay if you have credit cards. You could pay your credit cards off, but that wouldn't like dramatically change the appearance of your life.
I would help all my new family members I would obtain after winning that money, and then
that's point. That's part of the point. It's like nobody would know that I have millions of dollars.
Exactly. Like all my cousins I didn't know, and brothers and sisters I wasn't told about. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah. That's a pretty good hot take. That's a pretty good hot take. Don't be bought. Don't be bought. Don't be like me and be bought.
Don't keep up with the Joneses. It's not worth your time. All that does is keep you in like a perpetual cycle of being broke.
But if we continue the show and we make that YouTube money, and I got like gold teeth or something, or the blings, baby, the bling rings.
I would definitely stray away from gold teeth. I would absolutely. So that's one thing. If I got one big expenditure, I would buy veneers.
Veneers, huh?
Veneers.
Well, hey, at least you did something. That's cool. That's cool.
I'd have to quit dipping first.
That's okay. We gentlemen have our vices. Okay, well that's pretty good take. Pretty good take. And it's also good advice. Just be smart with your money. And as I always like to say, build the man or build the woman. Save your money. Don't invest too much into material things. If you have some things you enjoy, cool, but don't make your whole life about that. You can look at my wall of movies you referenced in the first episode. I was all about the movies. And then now it's like, okay, movies, it's time to know your role, shut your mouth, and take a back seat. I got life to live. And I don't throw money at movies anymore.
There's a difference between appreciating assets and depreciating assets, though. Like investments. So, like, for instance, guns. If you purchase guns because you're an avid collector, those will pretty much always retain value. If you know what you're buying, then they'll have value. So if you ever get rid of them, you'll regain what you spent. So, I mean, there are certain things that you could purchase that wouldn't be game changers.
My hot take is I'm going to dip back into the Netflix well here. If everyone might remember, the craze from a few years ago during the pandemic was the Tiger King.
I remember that. I watched it.
You did watch it? Did you like it?
I thought it was kind of ridiculous and over the top, but it was funny.
That's pretty much why everyone liked it. So, the Tiger King, my hot take on it is, man, first of all, overrated, stupid, silly, terrible man, by the way, in my opinion, terrible man.
Yeah.
We put him up on a pedestal. Netflix did. And this guy who hired somebody to kill another person was trying to get out of jail, get out of prison because of his Netflix status. He got shot to superstardom there for a bit. Everyone was quoting him, and it almost got him out of prison. I'm like, what? You can release your Jeffrey Dahmer Netflix documentary. The dude, he's been dead for a while. But, this guy was alive, and they struck while the iron was hot. And he almost he thought he had a chance to get out of prison because we watched his story and made him popular. And I think that's silly. That's a little ridiculous. Now, I didn't watch The Tiger King. I remember the memes, Carol Baskins and whatnot. And I thought those
She was kind of a piece of crap.
Sure.
Like, I wouldn't advocate
that whole endeavor.
Murdering somebody.
Yeah.
But she was kind of a piece of crap.
But that whole endeavor was shady. Now, I know about him. I didn't know him as the Tiger King. I knew him as his actual name. I can't recall at this moment in time because I don't care. But I first heard about him because he was running for governor in the state of Oklahoma. And I think at the time you had Kevin Stitt, Drew Edmondson, for a Republican Democrat. And here he comes, Mr. Independent, the Tiger King. And I said, what? I heard about this guy. I think my sister-in-law met him. He was plugging his campaign. And I thought, this moron is going to want to run the state of Oklahoma? No. So, and then I heard he got arrested. And then I heard about that murder for hire plot. I went, wow. And so so I knew the history already. Joe Exotic, is that his name?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So Joe Exotic, and just his campaign was entertaining, very colorful. But why would anyone take that serious? Anyway, I digress. So then a few years goes by, and during the pandemic of 2020, and then the Tiger King drops. And that's the only reason I didn't watch it. Everyone was watching it. Oh, come on, it's ridiculous, it's stupid, it's fun. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to give that guy any of my attention because I already saw what he did, and I heard what he did. I'm not going to give that the time of day. Now, you look at people like, say, I'm going back to Mike Tyson here. Mike Tyson, he had some. He was indicted and convicted for some things, and there was a movie that came out about him. It kind of gave you, it just lets you understand his story more. And I thought it was wonderfully acted, wonderfully directed. And then, like a year or two later, he got out, and that's when the Evander Holyfield thing happened. So it wasn't like he was going to serve his time. His time was set. It's not like he had a chance for rehabilitation and turn it around. And look at him today. People love him. But this guy was going to kill somebody, a productive member of our society. No, it's not the same to me. It's like, okay, Mike Tyson was going to get out no matter what. This guy is in jail for life and should be because he was convicted by a jury of his peers. That's my take. Tiger King. What do you all think? Do you all agree with me on that? Do you, or you just like the Tiger King no matter what because he was a wonderful meme? Yeah, I think we covered a lot of cool things on today's episode. It was a lot of fun getting to go back and forth about some sports, and the crazy take was definitely interesting. I like that, and I'm gonna wash my hands after this episode, especially after putting those.
I don't think you can.
Well, I thought we left hypothetical land. But hey, what are you eating tonight? You gonna have some boogers for dinner later, or?
We left hypothetical land.
Touche, sir. Touche. I mean, I know a place. Anyway, so yeah, we got that covered. The challenge was pretty brutal. It didn't probably look like it on camera, but it was pretty brutal. It worked out the way I felt like it should, and I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful to be your better man for the day as we go into the weekend. And thank you for doing everything you did, and thank you for taking the lesser man like a champ. It does take guts. As a person who has lost repeatedly, I've been there. You just got to take it.
I'm still not done though.
You're right. We still need to get that photo.
Yeah, I'm still not done.
Be sure to check out that photo at the end of the episode. Until then, I would say that everything that happened today formed a perfect take.
Or a gentleman's take.
Yes, indeed it did. So until we meet again, be sure to sit back, sip some bourbon,
smoke a stogie,
and appreciate the finer things in life. The Audience Take.
We want to hear from you.
Any suggestions or requests for future takes, challenges, comeuppance, or criticisms, please email us at AGentlemansTakePodcast@gmail.com.
Don't forget to check out our Twitter and Instagram pages for exclusive content.